Hey guys! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share this update with you guys. I have been wanting to so bad, but I haven't been able to because we haven't had consistent Wi-Fi at all. And I really haven't had a lot of time because leading a team of 16 is quite all-encompassing. But it has been such a joy, such a blessing, and such a gift. So I want to kind of fill you guys in on where exactly we've been, what has been going on in my life, in the team's life, in the nations that we've been in, and all of it. So we started off in the Philippines. We went from Germany to the Philippines on December 9th, and we went to this place called Puerto Princesa, which is actually an island off of the Philippines called Palawan. And so we went to Palawan. Awesome time, amazing time. Then we went to the north of that island, to a place called Ronsong. Ronsong was actually kind of in the jungle. It was pretty much a tribal village in the mountains, and we got to do some awesome stuff. So on this island, like I said, the first place we went to was called Puerto Princesa, and the first day we actually got to evangelize on the Baywalk, and 6 people gave their life to Jesus. It was amazing. We were so excited. We were so on fire, and Jesus was moving, and it was awesome. And then the second day, like within the first 2 days, so much happened, and God did so much, and we were so excited. The second day we went to actually a mall near the place that we were living, and we did evangelism in the mall. So one of our teams got to pray over this lady, and she was pregnant, and it was awesome because 2 people had come up to her in our team, like God highlighted her to 2 different people. It was amazing. Let's see. So we got to pray over this lady. She felt really blessed. She was actually already a believer, but she was struggling at that moment in her life. So it was really cool that God was like, "Hey, I know you're struggling, but I still see you," and she was so encouraged by that. Also, one of the girls on the team, she saw a boy that was he had makeup on. He was acting very feminine, and he seemed just very sad and very lonely and very left out. And so she really felt like God told her, "Hey, you need to go up to that boy and just share with him that I love him and that I see him." And so she did. And then she asked if she could pray for this boy. And this boy was like, "Yes, pray for me. Go for it." And as she was praying, actually, the boy felt a really bad spirit leave him, and he felt a good spirit come in. And he said they don't speak very good English here, or not here, but in that place that we were at, they don't speak very good English. But this boy said, "I felt a bad spirit leave me and a good one come in, and I don't want this good one to go out." It was so precious, so amazing. I'm so proud of the girl that prayed for him, and it was such a beautiful moment. And by the end of that conversation, actually, this boy had wiped all of his makeup off, and he was like, it was just a symbol of like, "Hey, I want to take my identity and I want to run with it." Sorry if the camera moves around a lot. It's kind of hard because I don't have anything to set it on. I'm holding it with my arm. So we did a lot. There was just a couple stories from that place. I have so many stories, and it's awesome. That's why I wanted to do a video, because there's no way I could type all these stories out. And it's probably better that I do a video just so you can just see the excitement, the awesomeness that's going on, and for me to verbalize exactly what happened. So we went to a place called Ronsong in the north of Palawan, like I said, and it was amazing. We got to lead a school called DTW, which actually stands for Discipleship Training Week, and it was for all of the youth in the tribes of the mountains in Palawan. It was like 100 kids, a lot of kids, and we got to share with them about hearing God's voice, about prayer, about worship, about all these things. It was just it was such a blessing and such a gift to be able to do. And then at the end of the week, so many of them actually posted something about this, and so many of them put their shoes at the bottom of the cross as a symbol of that they wanted to follow Jesus. They wanted to let him lead their lives, to let him take over their lives, and for him to lead them in love. And it was so cool. So we did that, and then we went back to Puerto Princesa, like back to the south, and then we went to this place called El Nido. In El Nido, it's a very actually tourist spot. it's very well known for tourists, and it's really beautiful. Honestly, it was probably one of probably the second most beautiful beach I've ever been to, not including, and us aside from Thailand. Thailand was very beautiful. But so we went to El Nido and we did a lot of evangelism, a lot of house visits, a ton of prayer for the people. And we did a lot of preaching in villages and preaching in churches around the place. And people were touched every single day by Jesus. People were moved every single day by Jesus just because he put things on our heart to speak to these people. We got to pray for so many different foreigners that were there, the tourists that were there. There's no way I can ever count as many people as we prayed for and encouraged, and people gave their life to Jesus, and people felt Jesus, and people were prophesied over. One of the bigger ministries that we felt was very impactful while we were there was prophesying over the young people in the house visits that we went to. So in these houses, there was a lot of young people in this city. And we got to prophesy over them, and it was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. So, and it touched the parents, it touched the kids, it touched the people around them. They were able to see that, like, there's purpose. God has a plan, and he's speaking to them. He's speaking exactly what his plan is, actually, which is amazing. Like, God speaks, and he speaks so clearly and so fully. Sometimes we can't hear him correctly, but still he speaks. He always speaks. So we got to show that in El Nido. So then we went to Cambodia. After that, we flew to Cambodia and we met up with the rest of the school that we're with. So right now we're in 2 separate groups, and one team is in Indonesia and my team is in the Philippines. So we went to Cambodia to meet up with the Indonesia team, and we did 1 week of lectures. So they actually had a lecture week on how to live in missions, what missions is, biblically what missions is, what does it look like, how do you say yes to Jesus and have your all in your life for him. It was really powerful and really impactful for the trainees and for myself as well. I'm still learning. I had that teaching last year in Cambodia, but it's still it touches me so much every time I hear it. So we did a week of lecture, and then we did a week of ministry, and we kind of as staff, we did debrief. So we were going over just things that we needed to verbalize, things we needed to process correctly with some of the staff. And it was really, really good for us all. But most of the trainees, they went and did ministry. And there was house visits. There was so much. It was amazing. So such a blessing. And they got to pray for people. They got to do kids ministry. They got to do evangelism, all this type of stuff. It was really, really cool. And of course, people were touched by Jesus. Every single day, it's amazing. People are touched by Jesus. And now we just got back from Cambodia about a week ago, and we're back in the Philippines, but we're on the main island, at the top of the main island, not at the exact top, but more in the north. It's called a city called Baguio, and it is so beautiful. As you can see behind me, there's just so many. You can even see that there's like hills, and you can't see too much, but there's hills, there's mountains. It's actually cooler here. The weather is incredible. It's not insanely hot like most places that we've been to. So it's been so beautiful and such a blessing. And just in the past week, we've been able to pray for the mayor, pray for the governor, pray for the city officials of this city. And it's a very large city, so it's such a blessing to be able to do this. Then they took pictures with us, and I think we're going to be in the newspaper at some point, which is awesome. We've been able to do a lot of kids ministry in the schools. And in the schools, they have let us actually come in and like talk about the Bible and talk about how important it is and talk about the goodness of the Bible. And talk about like why it is important, how God speaks through the Bible, how God speaks through the stories in the Bible, the parables, and how you can live out Jesus, and how you can see how to live like Jesus through the Bible. It's called, in the schools right now, it's called National Bible Month. So we are actually here to just, at least in the schools, we're here to just preach about why is it important? How do we put it into modern day life? How do we understand the Bible in today? And as a young mind, how do we understand the Bible and like what it says? So, I'm right outside the place that we're staying, so there's a lot of people walking. But yeah, it's just amazing. Had the opportunity yesterday. All 16 of us got to talk for an hour and a half in classes from kindergarten all the way till 6th grade. And then after that, we were able to go to high schools and pray for the high school students. It was so amazing. Holy Spirit was so thick in the room in the high schools. It was so incredible. The high school, yeah, it was just amazing. I was able to share my personal testimony in the group I was with, and it just, Holy Spirit totally took over my tongue, and these kids were so touched by the story, and they just related with it so well. And for those of you that don't know, like in Southern Asia, they really kind of idolize people from foreign countries and Westerners, which I am a Westerner and I am from a foreign country, and they really idolize white people too, and I am white. So for us to bring down, like, hi, for us to bring ourselves down to a level where it's like understandable, hi, where they see that we still struggle, that we still have issues, that we still, have hard times in life, and that we go through dark moments. And in my life, I've been through a lot of dark moments, but that doesn't mean that God isn't good. And to be able to say that and say it so confidently to these kids, and for them to take it and just say, how do I do this? Like, what do I do? Why do you know this? For them to ask questions, and for me to be like, well, you know why I know this? Because I've seen it. I've seen the full miracles of God, of taking over my life and taking the darkness out and filling me with joy, filling me with life, filling me with love. When the earth usually, when the world is going to say that you should be bitter, you should be angry about all the things you've been through. No, I shouldn't. I should want to push past that and live in victory and not live in a victim mentality. And to speak that into young people's lives, it was such an incredible blessing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I've talked a lot. I know this video is already 12 minutes long, but it's still so important. And I wanted to verbalize everything that we've been doing, because I'm so thankful for you guys and so thankful for how you support me and how this is possible because of you. All these things that have happened with us traveling all over the Philippines, all over Cambodia, and been able to talk about Jesus and share his heart, like, it's all because of you. So I just want to say I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for the fact that you guys are, maybe you can't see the fruit sometimes, but I can tell you right now, there's so much fruit. And even though you guys can't see the fruit, like, you still give, and you still support me in prayer and finances and encouragement. I don't know how many messages I get just saying, hey, I love you and I'm praying for you. And it's such a blessing. I cannot believe how incredibly blessed I am with you guys. So I wanted to say a big, huge thank you and a big, huge congratulations, because Jesus is winning in the Philippines. Jesus is winning in Cambodia. And this team is incredible. The team is doing amazing. We're all one big family. We have our struggles, of course, but they're few and far in between. Hi. Yeah, we're awesome. Everybody's pulling their weight. Everybody's doing their job, and it's been such a blessing, such an incredible blessing. My team is awesome. I'm so incredibly thankful for them. They're amazing, because none of this wouldn't be possible without them. So I'm blessed to be able to lead them. I'm blessed to be able to disciple them, and yeah, I'm blessed to have this opportunity in life, because yeah, it's been awesome. So if there are some prayer requests that I would like to say, but I actually would like to type those out at the bottom of this, just so that they're not forgotten and you don't have to like watch this video all over again just to get the prayer points. But I will type the prayer points that I have at the bottom of this video. But please, if you have a prayer on your heart and you'd like to share it with me, if you need prayer for anything, I'm here for that. Like, I would love to pray for you. And if you have a prayer for me that you would love for me to hear, please send me it, or an encouraging word, please send me it. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so thankful for all the words that you give me every week. It's been amazing. So I love you guys. I'm thankful for you as many times as I've said it. But this would not be possible without you. And so many people would not have felt Jesus through our team without you guys making this possible. So thank you. I love you, and I'm praying for you always. Pray the Lord blesses you and keeps you in all you do. Bye. Bye.